Good morning, Valley. Today on Valley por Vida, we're checking in with one student at the Harlingen School of Health Professionals for a brand new student spotlight segment. We're also learning all about wildfire safety and preparation tips that you can keep in mind for your community's safety. We've got info on the most Googled female-led action hero in the state of Texas and what that means for young girls everywhere, plus so much more. Now, there's a lot going on and we've got you covered. Valley por Vida starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us this morning. I'm your host, Danielle Banda. Well, several severe drought and rising temperatures may make this wildfire season an exceptionally dangerous one, but one team of analysts found that the state of Texas is well prepared. Now, they looked at each of the community's fire department, water supply, emergency communications, and risk reduction programs to measure fire preparedness. And we went ahead and spoke with their team for an inside look at what exactly this means, as well as safety tips that we can keep in mind. Go ahead and take a look at today's Safety Check segment.
My name is Nick Vinzant. I'm a research analyst with Quote Wizard, and we recently looked at wildfires and specifically fire-prone states all over the nation to see which ones were the most prepared. And what we found is that Texas is the 6th most wildfire prepared state in the nation. So what we did is we look at something called an ISO rating. ISO is Insurance Safety Office. And what that is it's a measurement that your insurance companies and fire departments and emergency officials will use to see how well prepared each community within a state is to respond to a fire. The lower your ISO rating, the more prepared you are for a fire. So Class 1 is the most prepared, and it goes all the way up to Class 10. The reason that Texas ranks so high is because Texas has a large number of Class 1 through 5 communities. So Texas is extremely well prepared to deal with wildfires and fires in general. The way that an ISO rating works is that it looks at 4 different factors. It looks at how well prepared and well supplied your fire department is, what kind of water supply is around the community, what kind of emergency communications are in place, and also is there a risk reduction plan that's in place. Basically, all of these factors determine how quickly a community can prepare and then deal with a fire when it breaks out. But just because you have a low ISO rating does not mean that any one individual wildfire is any less dangerous. It just means you're more prepared to deal with it. So when you look at each community individually, say the fire department, well, how close is the fire department? So what you're going to find is that communities that are more in more urban environments where they're closer proximity to a fire department are generally going to have a lower ISO rating. When you look at a rural community, they're going to be farther away from a fire department. And why this matters so much is with wildfires is research has found that specifically the faster that a wildfire can be surrounded and contained, the more likely it is to be able to be under control and the less likely it is to do damage. Water supply is obviously a very crucial part of an ISO rating because if you don't have water, you can't really fight the fire. And we're not just talking about a fire truck, we're talking about access if you have to have helicopters or planes. Where are they going to be getting their water supply from? When you look at emergency communications, why that is so important is a lot of times when you have a big wildfire, there are a number of different agencies that are going to be working together to try and fight that. What kind of plan is there to make sure that all of these resources, when they get there, are working efficiently and working towards the same goal? Risk reduction plan is important because that essentially puts in place what are we going to do and what's the plan when we get there? How do we make sure that this wildfire, when it starts, doesn't become much worse? So you put all of those things together, and that's how we figure out an ISO rating. Whenever you talk about being better prepared for wildfires, there's some basic tips that you can use to protect your home. Make sure that you clear away anything flammable within 30 feet. You want to get all the brush out from away your home. You want to clean out your gutters. You want to take your trees and make sure that they are trimmed to 10 feet in height. You don't want any branches less than 10 feet. Another tip that we have found is that you want to take a 1/8 of an inch metal filter, a grate, and put that over the vents in your house. That will stop any embers from getting inside. Now, when we talk about an ISO rating, there isn't anything that you can do as an individual property owner to change your ISO rating because it's based on a community level. But what you can do is make sure that your elected officials, that your emergency officials, that they know that this is a priority for you in the community, and then you and your community as a whole can really lower your ISO rating. And when that happens, not only does that make you better prepared for fire, it's also going to probably lower your home insurance premiums as well, because insurance companies look at your ISO rating, and that's going to determine how high your premium is as well. So when you look at this as a whole, I think it's really important to focus on your ISO rating, because not only is that good for the community in terms of preparing for a fire, but it's also good for your home insurance premium, and it also really ensures that when something happens, you will be better prepared for it. The word of caution is, it doesn't mean that something's not going to happen. It just means that you as a community are ready for it and you know what to do. Now, we have a bunch of wildfire tips on our website at quotewizard.com.
Feel free to visit the website on your screen for more information and tips. All right, well, the robotics team at Vanguard Rembrandt has been working long hours juggling high school, college courses, and extracurriculars while creating special projects for competitions. Their students are so excited to learn engineering tactics, and they're looking forward to what the future has to offer. So our team went ahead and caught up with two of their members for an inside look at what they've been working on since quarantine. Go ahead and check it out.
The robotics team is basically a club at our school that we're currently competing in. For us in high school, we compete in FTC, not big, but like a medium competition. For FTC, we basically get a new challenge every single year. And this challenge can be from throwing rings to picking up blocks and moving things around the ring. And we basically have an 18 by 18 by 18 space to build this robot and to do and compete in each of these challenges. And basically what we do is that we come in together, we brainstorm and put ideas together to get a final. Teamwork is a very important factor. Everybody puts in all their efforts. It can be from the driver to the coach to just the team manager. Everybody can pitch an idea randomly. Everybody is stumped and they don't know what to do next. And such as Anthony comes in with a bunch of ideas for the robot, and they actually come out and perform well. So teamwork and putting in our ideas together really helps out at the end.
So for me, FTC, it's like an opportunity for like young engineers to showcase off their engineering skills. We go through all the process that real engineers go through, which is designing a robot, designing, performing, and then like even writing down and taking down everything that we do to the robot. So our overall goal is to continue in this path engineering. And in FTC, I think our overall goal is to compete and have success in competing. The competitions are actually they're really fun to go to. We're paired up with an alliance every match, which is just a random team, and it can be from any other school. So we're usually paired up with bigger schools, since we go against, I think, 5 and 6A schools. So we're usually paired up with these bigger schools, and it's a great opportunity. We all learn from each other. We take ideas, they take ideas, and it's a very friendly environment as well. First Robotics is known for being a very friendly team, bonding experience, and it's just a really great experience overall to compete. So first gives us an opportunity to actually work as engineers at a high school level. So we're doing everything that real engineers do, and we're actually, I feel like it's preparing us for our future, because that's our future right now, which is just technology. Technology keeps on growing, and they're going to need more engineers, and starting us off at a young age like this, first giving this opportunity to start off at a young age, it's really beneficial for us.
Even though it was such a very big negative, or many people viewed it as a negative, robotics was a big positive for us, as when Mr. Flores said, when we brought the robot back to home, we were able to work together here, as we weren't able to connect or join together before in the past. And that let us come in together and be with each other and work on something that's good for us, that gives us a lot of lessons, and working together, it just really brings us out together. I'm really grateful for our team. Everybody helps me out, everybody helps each other out. I help them, they help me, everybody puts in their part, and I'm very grateful for my team, and also my coaches. They have always been there for us, and they've always pushed us as well to keep our focus on the robot. And yes, I'm just very grateful for it. The people I have there at my school.
Robotics at Vanguard is really for anyone. Like, not only engineering majors. I'm actually going more into the medical field, but I joined robotics for the teamwork aspect, because I know in the medical field there's a lot of teamwork going on. And teamwork is a very big part of robotics. You have to come together as a team, you have to put your brains together, compromise, because not everyone agrees, and there's times where we don't agree, and we have to find a solution and compromise, just like in any real life situation. So whether you're going into the medical field, whether you're going into engineering, or into anything else that you're doing, there's a lot of skills that you will learn in robotics that will help you move on and be better at what you want to be, even if it's not engineering.
Well, one RGV resident will be hitting the road for Lubbock to compete in the National Junior Olympics at the young age of 12. Tristan Medrano has been working hard with his father to get prepped for this moment, and he's happy to have the support of those in his hometown of San Juan, and he's proud to represent the RGV for his work in the ring. Our team caught up with him for a glimpse at what it takes to be a junior Olympic athlete, so here's today's Generation Inspiration segment.
Hey everyone, good morning. My name's Tristan. I've been working for going to Junior Boxing Olympics, and it's been really fun. Well, how I'm training, in the mornings we do ab workouts and leg workouts, and then in the afternoon we do the full training. A lot of hard work goes into training. So in my full training, we do some leg drills, and then we go do the bags, 3 bags, the double in bag, the punching bag, and the uppercut bag for 9 minutes straight. And then we do the speed bag for 6 minutes straight. And we do jump rope. It's important to work hard and train hard so you could be ready for any of these big upcoming events, so you could test your skill against other kids. My goals and my dreams are to become an Olympic medalist in boxing. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working hard. I'm gonna make sure I try to at least win a medal, and hopefully I could go pro. It means a lot. It's really cool because I could represent myself in front of everyone and tell everyone that I'm good, in boxing. The support has been really good. Last week, San Juan sponsored me, and it's been really cool. Junior Olympics excites me, and I can't wait to be there one day. Thank you for watching. I'll be in the Olympics real soon.
All right, well, it's time now to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates, but be sure to stay tuned because Valley por Vida will be back. And we'll have info on the most Googled female-led action movie hero in the state of Texas and how this character positively inspires young girls everywhere. Those details plus more coming up.